zeros, 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 zeros. 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist. What? 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist. 80 on my wrist, what? 100 on my wrist. 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist. Zeros, 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 zeros. 100 on my wrist, but I'm feeling like zeros. Par fours and I'm feeling.
Asni? Man, I'm all about it, fam. I'll be there, fam. Yeah. Skitty pop pop! Big Shaq Super Max! Live to the max!
Damn, son, where'd you find this? Yo! Big Shaq, the one and only. Man's not hot. Never hot. Scrap! 2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3. Quick maths. Everyday man's on the block. Smoke trees. See your girl in the park. That girl was a uckers. When the ting went quack, 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 you man were ducking. Hold tight, Asni, my brother. He's got a pumpy, big ting. Hold tight, my man, my guy. He's got a.
We are joined here today by Mr. Big Shaq himself, and we're here to test if he's truly man's not hot. Okay, Big Shaq, you first. I know you're good at this. You're never hot. Show me.
Man's not hot. Gonna hit him up. Let's go.
Boom.
Okay.
Let me show you how it's done, Mr. Big Shaq. Boom.
Hit it. I'm going to hit it as well. Okay.
You're horrible. Let me show you how it's done,
Mr.
Mr. Big
I
Shaq.
can still hit it.
Oh.
Man
How you
got
feel?
aim. Got aim. Okay, I had too much Big Shaq Super Mac. Bit off aim.
Okay, MTV
You're done
Live.
now.
This was Mr. Big Shaq. Round of applause for Mr. Big Shaq. Awkward handshakes. Done. We're good. Hello, we are joined here today by Mr. Big Shaq himself on MTV Live. How are you doing, Mr. Big Shaq?
Man's not hot.
That's good to know, my man. Anyway,
Never hot.
Mr. Big Shaq was kind enough to allow me to be in his music video, which you have just seen. Mr. Big Shaq, did you picture yourself being in the rap game?
No, man just finesses himself into it. Man's in the game all the time.
And what game are you speaking of?
Man's
by
talking
this?
about the rap game. In the booth, doing his thing.
That's very interesting. And one of the lyrics you said right here, man's not hot. Could you please elaborate on this?
Means man's not hot. Never hot. You know what I mean? Like the man always has jacket on. Never hot. Always doing his thing. You know what I mean?
Alright, yeah. Alright. One of the questions our viewers have is man's not hot based on a true story? Did a girl ever say to take off your jacket?
No, man just do that all the time, It is based on my story, but it's not a real story.
Yes, yeah, okay. Alright, I'm liking that. So, Mr. Big Shaq, did you expect such a response from your fans when you recorded that in the studio?
Man, I have a TV show called Swill, somewhere in London. From that day on, I knew it would be a big thing.
Was London always your home?
London, I always lived there, my home. Asni, Scoopnum, Rapnum, Usna. That's my mates. Squadded it up.
Okay. One final question for all of us fans, those great fans of Mr. Big Shaq himself. Do you plan to do any more albums in the future? Any more covers?
Man's just gonna do his thing. He's a comedian. Makes people laugh. Entertainer. In the industry. entrepreneur, artisan, artistic. You know, he's doing his thing all the time. So, you know, I'll see in the future, but man doesn't know it now.
Okay. I'm glad for Mr. Big Shaq to have joined us today. This is MTV Live. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Big Shaq. We'll cut to you, Jerry.
Keep up!
So I'm gathered here today by Mr. Big Shaq himself.
Big Shaq!
So, kindly enough, Mr. Big Shaq allowed me to be in one of his music videos, which you just saw. So anyway, Mr. Big Shaq, did you stop? We had to stop with technical difficulties. We're back with Big Shaq! Big Shaq Super Max! Live to the max! Wait, what? Wait, what?
No! No, not again!
Stop.
Not again! So what are you supposed to do? We're going on with the show!
Huh?
Let me go on with the show.
Wait,
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
No, it's an ad! It's an ad, so we
Yeah,
cut
it's
there.
just an ad. It's not part of the show. It's like...
No, okay, whatever. Oh, sorry.
Fine, I'll play the freaking song since you're freaking going crazy over it.
Oh! You guys are so bad. Guys, wait.